A lot of hurt, a lot of miles.
JB Flyboy.
Oh, baby.
To get here, had to walk a whole lot of miles to get here. It's safe to say that I'ma take the cake for this year. I would say try again next year, but next year will probably be my best year. It took a whole lot of blood and sweat tears. I don't owe anybody anything, get that clear. A lot of sleepless nights and a whole lot of grinding. Was gonna say it took forever, but this perfect timing. You should've seen me back in high school, they had some to say. Thought they was they had shift jobs at Chick-fil-A. I was thinking RAP, they were thinking GPA. A lot of them went to college and they got a job at the bank. Now when I pull up brand new road truck, you should see they face. I know she seen my account, that make a hater faint. Make a hater think. He had his goals right in his face. He saw his dreams and did the race. All it took was a bit of faith. Gotta thank God for this one. Gave me heart and wisdom. Helped me dodge the grave. Helped me dodge the system. So many homies in the cage, I watched fall of it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Keith's Hot Takes, and I got a very, very special guest on today's show. I got my guy Bryce Baker, starting quarterback of the East Forsyth Eagles, on the show today. Bryce, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Excited to be on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Bryce. So let's start out by talking about you announcing your college decision. So earlier this summer, you announced that you would be committing to the University of North Carolina. What were some key factors into your decision to join the University of North Carolina?
So I had a whole checklist with my parents. We made up about 5 things, and the top thing was development, because my goal is to make it to the NFL, and I definitely want to go into a situation where that's definitely possible, and I just have the right people around me, and that's including players and coaches with the right mindset to push me to that level. So definitely with UNC checking the box of development and just overall genuine love and support for me as a player and person definitely made me want to go ahead and commit to University of North Carolina. And another big factor was me meeting with Drake May, and we actually have a bond now, so that's always great to have. And I was at the Peyton Manning camp and sat with Drake and his dad, and I was able to speak about his development at North Carolina. And of course, we have a new OC now, Chip Lindsey. So Coach Lindsey, and see how Drake was developed by Coach Lindsey thus far, and see if Drake, I asked him specifically, do you think you could get to where you want to, and that's the NFL, if you weren't where you're at right now? And he straight up said yes. So that definitely helped me check the box, and I truly believe that UNC is the place.
Yes, sir, I love it. So you spoke about your relationship with Drake May. So what's that like? I know y'all met at the Peyton Manning camp. So how has that relationship grown since?
Yeah, so we had or exchanged numbers. So I text him, he texted me just to check in. Not often, because I know he's busy, and I'm somewhat busy right now with my high school. But we're both open to text, open to calls, and any questions that pop up with me, he's free to answer. So that's a great resource to have. And I recently watched the All In North Carolina video they had on ACC Network. That was inside of Carolina football, and the coaches and how they interact with the players and Drake, and they went over the spring game, and I texted Drake right after, and I was just congratulating him because he looked great and his leadership style was great. So we have a great relationship.
Good, good. That's always good to have a mentor, especially when you're going into something you've never, done before. So that's good. So I see recruits all the time say that when you commit to the University of North Carolina, it's not just a 4-year decision, but it's a 40-year decision, and even after you're done playing football, you can still go back to the program and you're still family. So was that a big part as well for you?
It is. That was a big part of my parents. They loved that aspect of it, and how they were really big on not just the football side of me, but the person side of me and how I can develop as a person, student, and just grow into um, after college, and have a whole lot of connections that I'm able to build during college, and have the right resources around me to help me build those connections. So that was great to hear, and I love that model.
I love it. I love it. So let's turn to the recruiting aspect of it. So shortly after you committed at the end of June, three of the state's best receivers for the class 2024 committed to North Carolina: Jordan Shipp, Keenan Jackson, and Alex Taylor. So what do you hope to accomplish with those players once you all get to North Carolina together?
Yeah, so it's great to go in a situation with high level people around me, especially at the wide receiver position where I'm in contact or um, I'm in consistent contact with them a lot, whether that's on the field or we have to develop our relationship or off the field. So that's great to go in a situation where I have great players around me. But I definitely hope to continue to grow each and every day as a person and player with them. So take it day by day and just continue to develop ourselves each and every day, and then that can grow into winning the championships because that's always on our mind and that's always the goal. So with this how everything's going in college right now, we have the chance to go to the national championship, not just ACC championship. So just develop every day, and that should lead us to great things.
Yes, sir. I love it. So let's talk about your summer. You had a busy summer. You got to train with Quincy Avery, who has trained some of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, Deshaun Watson, CJ Stroud, just to name a few. So what was that experience like for you getting that one-on-one training with him?
It was great. We focused on mechanics and making sure I'm shifting my weight and not going all arm because the ironic thing is when I went to Quincy Avery, I feel like I was using my arm and I was kind of um, reliant on my hips to produce that force to take off stress on my arm. But that was kind of opposite of my throwing motion. I didn't realize. So now I'm still focusing on shifting that weight, and I'm not perfect with it right now. But I still keep in contact with Avery. That's another great resource to have. And when I get more questions, when I get film, I can send them my clips and go over some mechanics. Not overthink mechanics because you just have to be accurate. You have to throw the ball, but it definitely helps to throw the right way and take stress off your arm. So it was great to have and go there and just build that connection.
That's good. That's good. And you also went to his quarterback takeover camp
Yes,
earlier
sir.
in the summer. So what was that like?
It was great. We had other high level talent there. Another talent in my class, and just to compete against them, see how they work, and grow that connection was another great opportunity to learn from and just get better overall. So I definitely want to go back next summer, but just continue to take what I learned from that camp and apply it now.
Good. That's good. So coming off your all-conference sophomore season at Walkertown, what was your transition to East Forsyth like? With new coaches and a new offense.
So the word I always use is smooth because my work ethic tied with the coaches' consistency, the coaches' sacrifice to relentlessly seek improvement within our team is just great, and it's been great for our team, for me, for everyone around, for fans, because then the transition for me just produces high level results I see on the field because I'm able to have more confidence. I'm able to instill my leadership now because I'm not all over the place trying to see what fits with what. But it's been great and it's been smooth, and I'm excited to be over here.
That's good. That's good. So speaking of that, yesterday y'all had a scrimmage against Northwest Guilford. So how do you feel you did yesterday, and what are some things that you hope your team can build off that dominant performance yesterday to go into tomorrow against Reedsville and
Yeah.
next Friday at Heritage?
Yeah, so I love that word dominant. I feel like we went out as a team, played together, and played the right way. We trusted the coaching staff. We went by their plays. We executed, and like you said, we had a dominant performance. So to learn from the minor mistakes we had, or the minor mistakes we might have made, to just take it to that next level. And when we play Reedsville, to show improvement, and on film when they try to critique us, to show growth as a team, as players, as individuals.
That's good. One thing I noticed about your performance yesterday, it was so crazy to see how smooth you ran things, because you've only been in this offense for basically 2 months now, but you were in such control of the offense. I saw you making some checks and all that stuff. So that was really amazing to see, considering that you're fairly new to this offense, but it looked like you've been in it for a couple of years with how smooth things went for you yesterday.
So I appreciate that. Yeah, that just goes to me and the coaches bond and trusting each other. That they trusted me to be able to make these checks and to be able to give me full keys to the playbook and open up the full playbook. So it's a great resource to have coaches that believe.
Always, yes. So how excited are you to play some of the best teams in the state? this season, starting with Heritage. Because I know you said that was a big reason why you wanted to switch schools, is to kind of play better competition to get you ready for college.
Right. So it should be fun. It should be great learning opportunities. I know it may not be perfect in any of the games, but that's why I play to learn from and just to seek improvement from each opportunity God blesses me with. So I'm truly thankful to be in a situation where I can play these top teams, and I don't take it for granted. So I strive to seize each opportunity I have and just like I said, learn from it.
That's good. I love it. So what do you think that feeling is going to be like for you September 1st, your first home game? You're facing a high-level state powerhouse and AC Reynolds. What do you think that and what do you think that's going to be like for you? Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a playoff environment. It's going to be rocking at the nest. So what do you think that experience is going to be like for you?
It'll be fun. I'll just make sure I'm confident. I'll make sure my team is confident. I'll make sure we're just focused on what we have to do. I know we'll have a great showing of fans and student support and even friends and family that'll show up and show out just supporting us. So it'll be great to have, but we just got to make sure we're locked in and focused on the task to win the game.
It's good. I love it. To close out, what would you say are some of your individual goals and some team goals that you have for this upcoming season?
So it's pretty consistent with what I was saying about North Carolina. So just to continue to every day seek improvement personally and as a team. So that in that regard, that means just um, developing my even relationships with my teammates. I say developing my reads, make sure my pre-snap reads it can be even quicker, make sure I'm getting stronger each and every day. So seizing the opportunities I have to work on the parts of my game that's not perfect and then as a team to just we always have the goal to win the state championship. And with this team this year, I truly believe that we can make it happen. So we just have to make sure we're locked in and seizing each opportunity we get to get closer to that goal.
That's good. I love it. And East Forsyth, they'll have two games that'll be the My 48 game of the week. Their game at the end of September at home against Mount Tabor. That will be the game of the week on My 48. And then their season finale at West Forsyth will be the My 48 game of the week. So if you can't get into either of those games, because those games will fill up pretty quickly, you can watch them on My 48. So Bryce, I want to say good luck to you and your team this season, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me on the show, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Rule number one, do it right, and you won't have to do it twice. Rule number two, make sure you ready when you gambling with your life. Rule number three, remember karma, it'll come back and it bites you. Rule number four, don't be scared to fail. You fail if you don't try. Rule number five, compete with self like you the only man.